first thing you want to do is unpack the box. Pretty basic in terms of opening it. First thing and most important, right on top you should find an Allen key. This is super important because it's how you're going to get into the unit when you unpack it. Set the unit on the counter. Pull the plastic off. Now, to get into the unit, Allen key in on the inside. Just turn it. It opens up. Checking the contents of the box to make sure everything's in there. Power cord, drip tray cover, drip tray, connecting screws, dispense heads, gas plug, gas regulator, and tubing. Okay, installing the drip tray is as simple as 2 slots on the front, 2 slots on the drip tray. Set it in place. So installing the dispense heads is as easy as fitting it into the slot, pushing it in. 2 of them in the package, and that's it. Dispense heads are ready to go. Next, attaching the side panels. Really straightforward. 1 for each side. The left side panel will have the screw at the front for on the bottom. There's just a single screw on the bottom, 2 at the top. Put it in the hole, slide it down, and it snaps into place. In the box there is the little gas plug. So the gas is going to come into one end of these valves at the back. So put the gas plug on the end where you're not attaching the tubing. Okay, these are John Guest quick connect valves. Super simple. Tube goes in, doesn't come out. If you want to pull it out, you hold the piece down, the gray part down, and pull the tubing out. It works the same on the back of the unit. The tubing goes in, push it in, pull it out, and you'll see that it catches. Hold the blue part in, pull the tubing out. If the tubing isn't all the way in, you can have a gas leaking out. So make sure that it's nice and secure in there. Attaching the gas canister comes with a John Guest connector. Same thing, just take the tubing, push it in, make sure it's secure, in nice and tight, and there your gas regulator is hooked up. When using the pellets or the chargers, simple, in the back of the regulator, just a screw in. Take the charger, screw it all the way in, now you have gas going into the unit. If you're unsure of your connections, just check to see if there's any hissing or gas leak. 6-foot power cord, male end, female end goes into here, plugs in. Once you plug this in, the unit will turn on, and you'll see it cycle through and power up, and instantly you'll see it start to bring the unit down to temperature. Changing bottles, super simple, just like everything else to do with this unit. Pull the dispense head out, universal cork on the bottom, fits every bottle size. Slide the tube into the bottle, push the dispense head in, slide it back in. Now your bottle just hangs, obviously, so the first time you go to do it, grabbing the bottom of these adjustable little bases, slide it up to the bottom of the bottle, bottle rests securely in place. The next time you go to change that same bottle, when you go to put it in, obviously that's already in place and you don't have to adjust it. Okay, changing a bottle. Bottle's empty, open the door, pull the dispense head and the bottle out, close the door just to make sure that the temperature stays constant. It'll take you longer to open a bottle than it will to change it. Pull it out of the empty, put the tube into the full one, push the cork in, open the door, slide the dispense head in, and that bottle is set and ready to go. So there are 6 buttons on each side of the unit. left side, right side. So we'll start with the top left one. Looks like a little light bulb. Push it once, light comes on dim. Push it twice, light comes on brighter. Push it a third time, light goes off. Middle button looks like a little snowflake. If you tap it once, it'll show you the actual ambient temperature of the inside of the unit. Now once the unit's been up and running constantly, it should match the exterior or the display temperature. If you push and hold it, the snowflake shows up there and it comes into turbo boost mode, and that will help you cool the machine faster to get it down to temperature. Only necessary when you first get it going or if the power's been out. It will come off automatically unless you push and hold until it comes off on its own. Third button on the top looks like a return key from a computer. It is a manual dispensing button. So as long as you hold it, the wine will dispense. It is also good for sparging. When you want to make sure that there's gas in the bottle, just give it a quick tap, and now there's gas in the bottle and the wine is protected. If you push and hold the top two buttons on the left side, you'll see a little lock come on. None of the buttons will work while that lock is on. So in combination with locking that and locking the door, no one can dispense any wine from the unit. To unlock it, just push and hold until the lock disappears. Looking at the buttons on the right hand side, the return button has the same function as the one on the left hand side, free flow or sparging. The plus minus button is for controlling the temperature, setting it up or lowering the temperature. Push and hold, and you will see the program button come on, and then you just either increase it or decrease it, like this. Program comes on, plus it goes up, minus it comes down. Leave it, it sets itself and goes out of program mode. So for programming the dispensing of the wine, push and hold the first two buttons till it comes to program. Now you can program any one of these three, and it's as simple as dispensing the amount that you want out into the glass and then hitting the return button. And now that volume is programmed in. So for programming the right side, it's the same. Push and hold the two buttons and then dispense the amount that you want out. Highly recommended that you dispense into a measuring cup so that you get the accurate ounces that you want. The other thing to keep in mind is that you don't have to have a continuous pour. You can just push it a little bit, hold it, get to the level you want or get close to the level that you want, and then just tap it and then hit the return button and it's set. Okay, if your location is going to have multiple units, also in the box you will find 4 little screws to be able to daisy chain or have the modular units clip together. So fairly simple. On the right hand side is to face the unit. 4 little screw holes. Just screw these in. As you look at the left side of the unit, you'll be able to see the screw holes where they align and go into. So just get it close together. Snap it in. And then put your side panel on the outside. So the back of each unit comes with a piece of tubing in it already to connect those. The gas plug goes at one end depending on where you're going to attach the regulator to. To daisy chain them, to hook them together, you need a piece that will go in between. That piece needs to be 5.5 inches long. Okay? And to put it in, again, just like using the John Guest connectors, slide it in, make sure it's tight in the one end, push it in, make sure it's tight in the other. Then you have the free flow of gas. If you cut it too short, the gas will leak out. And then at the end of the daisy chain, you just take the piece of tubing that you need to connect to the final one. Slot it in, make sure it's secure, and you're ready to go. Sitting right next to you.